All right, guys, that wasn't exactly the music that I wanted to use, but I guess that's just what happened. Hello, happy Saturday. Here to do some free readings from the chat. All right. If you guys want to schedule private readings, you just visit the website. I am running a holiday special like I do every year, but this year I am offering 50% off all readings and rituals. Okay, so get it while you can because that special ends on January the 1st, 2023. And as you guys can see, due to inflation, my prices of my rituals has increased. So take advantage of the 50% off. If you visit the website and purchase readings, you just use the coupon code 50 Yule 2022. Okay, and that will get you 50% off of all readings. That includes the Witch's Musing readings, which is a 2-hour reading. That includes consultations as well. Okay. Hello, 1EQL. I see that you're the only one in here so far. And I kind of knew that you guys would be slow incoming today. Just simply because of all of the stagnant energy in the atmosphere, very stagnant. I wanted to speak about witchcraft and magic and spells. I have been seeing quite a few commercials just on random videos that don't even have anything to do with witchcraft. And there's this particular commercial or ad from a different spiritual company, and they were talking about how people or establishments or organizations that are skeptics that tell you that spells and that rituals and things of that nature is not real and that it doesn't work. It's because they simply want to maintain their power over you. Okay. So, when you experience the manifestation and the change in your life when it comes to witchcraft and when it comes to having a witch do work for you or to help you do work, there may be people that are going to be skeptics. And this is the reason why it's probably a good idea not to tell people about your manifestations, which segues into the next discussion that I want to have with you guys before you guys come in with your questions. I want to talk about bad family members and bad friends. People that want to stop your growth, or people that are jealous of you, people that don't want to see you experience those very important changes in your life. People that are using you. And then also, in particular, I want to talk to the Pisces and the Gemini. Okay, in particular. These are the two dual signs. And coincidentally, I am not only on the cusp of Gemini, so I am considered a 2 signs because I'm on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer. And so I have a deep level of understanding for Geminis, but also for dual signs, because I've worked with a lot of people, coincidentally, that are either Gemini or Pisces. When you have a situation like that, and you have family members or people in your life that basically essentially want you to be their slave or their puppy or their puppet, for some reason, this presents itself as you being not only the scapegoat and the black sheep of the family, but then again, you're also the golden child of the family. So this causes even more confusion for a lot of people, because a lot of times these people, they will be, they will want your help. They will need you. They will praise you for when you help them. But then at the same time, they want to stop you from helping yourself. So you're supposed to just give all that you have of yourself to these people. But everything that you want, even your basic needs, your energy, your power, they want to stop you from doing that. So essentially, what I was speaking to one of my clients about is that, there has got to be a certain period of time that you do have to separate yourself from people like that. Now, with me, I'm very harsh. I'm a crab. I'm a Cancer. If I find out that you're trying to work against me, I'm done with you for good. I don't go back to that situation. Okay. Especially when it comes to family, because family is too important. They have too big of a social and emotional influence over people. Okay. You're very welcome, Dark Goddesses. So if you are dealing with a situation like that, it's not about not forgiving. It's not about that. It's about saying, hey, listen, there was a period of time where you would not stop this pursuit of domination and control over me, and you knew you were wrong, but you did it anyway. So for me, I am very harsh when it comes to that. I will social distance from people. I will stay away from people, especially when it's family, especially when, they are blocking your path and even blocking your healing, blocking your freedom, blocking your independence, blocking your happiness. And you have to decide and make a decision. You have to decide and make a decision on if you are going to continue to allow this. And there are a lot of people that get duped. And when you was in your 20s, you had to give up everything. When you was in your 30s, you had to give up everything. When you was in your 40s, you had to give up everything. When you was in your 50s, then you feel as though, according to the life expectancy, that it's too late. And then you find yourself trapped. So, Dark Goddesses, I'll talk to you about that in a second. So, I believe in happiness. I believe in fulfillment. I believe that people can manifest that. But I also believe in the pressure. There is no worse peer pressure than the peer pressure that we can experience from our own family members or either our own in laws. You're constantly being forced to do things that you don't want to do, that you know you shouldn't do, and you end up closing up all of the doors of the opportunity for you, and people will simply see you as a gopher. This is one of the reasons why people don't want to work with you, why they don't want to deal with you, because they see you as a gopher, because you are displaying that. You are allowing those people to dominate you. So understand that if I'm doing any kind of workings for you, that involves bad family members, you have got to distance yourself. And if you do not or cannot distance yourself, you have to be diligent and you have to be disciplined when it comes to clearing yourself. Because sometimes what will happen is that you'll have this extremely toxic person that feels as though they have the right. They'll even get violent with you sometimes. I have the right. I'm going to kick your door down. I am your family. I can do this. No, they can't. When you ask for space, especially when it comes to family, they have to give it to you. And I'll cleanse you, and then you go right back around them. You'll feel better. Things are manifesting, and then a week later, you right back around them, or 2 days later, you right back around them. Then your energy is very low because they have a spirit that jumps on you, on them from you. This is the reason why it is extremely important to protect yourselves. This is a very proactive thing. The one thing about protection is that it does work, but you have to do it on a consistent basis. If you're going to put yourself in that situation, as far as like going to gatherings or parties, those gatherings or parties are rituals. And you are not the principal of that ritual. Somebody else is controlling the energy of that ritual. Okay. Parties are a ritual. So if you're going to attend things like that, make sure that you are either lighting your own protection candle, or either if I have a protection jar for you here, I'll light it for you. It'll burn for 6 hours. You go to the party, your energy is protected. If you have children, their energy is protected. And then you come home, you still want to cleanse yourself, because please believe that things are trying to still get into your aura. And the thing of it is that the problem is that once you start to um like once you start to step up, and once you start to advance, once you start to do that, they work even harder. That's just like a writer. A writer does not have a bunch of people surrounding them. They sit in a room with a typewriter, or either their computer, and they turn the phone off and they type. They don't have all this stuff coming in because people are purposely trying to block you. Why? Out of their fear, out of their jealousy. It just is what it is. There are no perfect families in this incarnation. In this lifetime, most of you, your family members are your worst enemies. I don't know why. I don't know why the universe decided to make this joke. I guess God must have thought it was funny. Hello, Sueli. But it's just, it is what it is. And if you are not somebody that constantly works at it, if you're not somebody that is, because every day when I get up in the morning, I have to light up my protection jars every day, or my jars that I have here with a specific intent. Every single day when I go to bed at night, I have to light them up. If you are somebody that is not used to doing things like that, then you're just going to be wide open. So you have to be aware of this stuff. And some of your family may actually love you or have a good intention, but their spirits may be doing something totally different. They may have spirit attachments to them. Next thing you know, you're going down this road of self-destruction, and you end up with your life in turmoil. Then also, when you have decided to elevate yourself spiritually, they're still stuck. They're still stuck. They're not doing the same things that you're doing. They're not clearing themselves, after work, or either once a week, and they're tired, and they going through this, and they'll even sometimes look at you and say, well, those crystals and candles are evil. So it just is what it is. It's not your job or your responsibility to argue with them. Now, if you know certain things and they come to you and they say, hey, listen, I need some help with this. I need for you to give me advice spiritually. I've noticed you've been doing things. Please help me. I need help. Then you're able to open up. But until then, you can't argue with those people because they don't know anyway. It's not meant for them to know. It's comparable to the zombie apocalypse. Some of you guys, your family members are zombies. They're not going to listen to you. They're not. They're going to listen to the entity. They're going to continuously listen to this entity that, as soon as their mind created an idea that was a part of their creativity, that was going to better their lives and make their lives easier, they discounted it. They kind of shrugged it off because that entity spoke to them at the same time and said no. You're not going to have success at that. You're going to fail at that. And they listen to it. Those of you that didn't listen to it, that's why your life changed overnight. So I spoke about that last night. Another thing that you guys are going to notice is that I am uh, hiding the ratings on all of my channels. One of the reasons why is because controlling people, including groups of controlling people that are codependent, when you as an independent artist, or when you as an independent entity that is working on your own, when you are doing something, they they want to control how people see what you're saying by using the thumbs up and the thumbs down. For example, this morning, I went live on my other channel, spoke the truth that I am my own person, and people didn't like that because they want people to identify me the way that they want me to. So what they did was, because I wasn't doing or saying what they wanted me to do, then they tried to control how people saw it. So I don't want that anymore on my channel. So all ratings are disabled. You can still hit the thumbs up. Okay, I'll still see them if I choose to. But otherwise, I don't want the thumbs up or the thumbs down, because what that does is that still gives codependent people a way of trying to control you. For example, if I don't get 50 likes on a video, knowing that I deserve it, but they're not going to do it simply because it's me and they either want to be me or they oppose me because they can't be next to me. And so then they will, even though I'm saying something right, they still won't rate the video. So there's been people on the channel that have been refusing to rate the video, refusing to. And so I am no longer allowing a thumbs up vote to affect me. It affects you mentally. Even if you may be doing something that your spirits want you to do, even though you may be doing something that God wants you to do, you may be saying something that is going to change your life. But because those people want to control you, you'll get less likes because you're doing something that they don't like, because they're codependent. When you even, like when you're saying something right, when, for example, if you say something like, I don't have to explain myself to you, I'm grown, you don't tell me what to do, you have no power over that, less people are going to thumbs up, because those people that thumbs you up, being their puppet, now they don't approve of you. So your brain is saying, oh my God, I got less dislikes, so I should compromise myself. And I said, likes control people. The thumbs up on a video, I can come on here and say something groundbreaking. But because codependent people don't like that, or they see or they sense some kind of either a uplifting or blockage, they're not going to thumbs it up, because they want to train and program me. No, you're supposed to be a slave. You do what we want you to do. You're our puppet. So I'm not going to hit the thumbs up, Jamila, because I don't approve of you being too independent. I'm not allowing that to control me. I do what makes me happy. I do what I know I should be doing, and where I am at is where I'm supposed to be. What I am saying came through spirit. Nobody has to approve of that. Nobody. And we have a lot of people that are being controlled by likes, and they are willing to come to social media and do and say the most self-destructive things just so that they can get a like. Okay, so my ratings are disabled from here on out. And so with that being said, hello, Sueli, Dark Goddesses. How's that been working out for you and everything? And have you scheduled a reading with me yet? I don't believe that you have scheduled a reading with me yet. Codependent people will stay will try to stay attached to you and they have no place. The only people that have the right to stay attached to you are your lovers and your offspring. It is rare to find a good friend these days. It's just not happening. In fact, I believe that even in real estate, 10 years ago, if you wanted to be in real estate, you simply had to know a bunch of people. You had to have a huge sphere of influence and you had to know a bunch of people. It's not like that anymore. It's all about marketing. It's all about taking care of business. If I hire you as my realtor, are you going to make sure that I get the best deal? Or are you going to make sure that the paperwork is correct? Or are you going to be on point? So it's no longer about friendship. And the social influences have changed totally. Okay. Spirit does not want you saying and doing things just simply because a few people agree with you and like it. That doesn't mean that that's what you're supposed to be doing. And we've learned that from the hermit. If there are people that don't accept you and don't accept what you're saying and doing, well, then they just got to get ghost. And if those people put pressure on you to do something that you don't want to do, that you absolutely don't want to do, then you have defenses against that. Okay. So thank you, Sueli. If anybody in here that is new or if you have another question, you can post it. I have my cards and I have my pendulum ready to answer your questions. Or if you just have if you just want me to throw the cards and do a general readout for you, I can do that too. Also, another thing, guys, that I noticed is that the Grinch is in full effect. The Grinch, I believe, is an actual real entity. Okay. I believe the Grinch is a real entity. You know, Christmas is not about gifts and money. It's not. But it's nice to have those things. I think that if you really truly know the meaning of Christmas, which is about the joy and the inner peace and the happiness of it, you know, that's what counts. Money doesn't even really count, even though it's nice to, give gifts to everybody, to people that you care about, to people that you love. It's not even about that. The Grinch, I wouldn't want to take a gift from the Grinch anyway. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want gifts from the Grinch because that gift may be a curse. So I'm not interested in it. Okay. So, Christmas is not about If you have the money to spend it, heck yeah, go. Yeah, I love Christmas. I love the reindeer and the Santa and the trees and I love Santa Claus. I love the whole concept and the whole energy. Okay? But if the joy ain't there, then you ain't got nothing. Okay? You might as well just throw all those gifts in the trash. Okay? If that Christmas tree doesn't bring you joy, Christmas trees are supposed to bring joy to people. I didn't see it. Okay. All right. One EQL says, my question is regarding the positive impact my road opening ritual will have on my life. I am so excited and it's so perfect for the Christmas holiday spirit. Okay, cool. All right. I didn't see that one EQL. Okay. I'm going to call to St. Michael for protection. Spirit guides. One EQL wants to know what positive impact will her road opening ritual have on her life? One EQL, what's your zodiac sign, hon? What's your zodiac sign? Answer me what your zodiac sign is, and I'll go ahead and give you your reading. Spirit guides, this page of pentacles. Give me what is the energy behind this page of pentacles? Okay. Okay. Now, what did I do with my glasses? I believe that you're a Capricorn, one EQ, but if you could confirm that with me. Okay, so I knew you were a Capricorn. Okay. All right, Sueli, I'll get to your question. Let me answer one EQL. Okay. So I got a positive response. But give me spirit guides. This page of pentacles in the inverted position. Is this one EQL? Yes or no? Okay. So one EQL. You have quite a bit of a blockage here. And I got a pair in your reading. I got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, both in the upright position. These are your parents, hon. They both come up as the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Okay. I got Four of Cups inverted as the first card. I got Queen of Wands upright, King of Wands upright, the Devil card upright, and Page of Pentacles inverted, and this is you, and then Five of Wands. So what Spirit is telling me is that both of your parents are working actively to stop you. Both of them working actively. In fact, there's been a spirit that has been put on you. So more than a road opening ritual is going to be needed, hon. I have to be honest with you. I think that the road opener is going to lead you to that blockage, and it's going to be up to you to remove it. So the positive that I can see in that road opener is that it is going to manifest that energy of the adversary, which is to keep you down, because I know for a fact that for some reason your parents, and it does matter why, because it depends. I believe that you have very karmic parents, and a karmic parent is somebody that knew you in the previous life, but they were not your parent. And in this life, what they are doing is they are acting out the past life, and they are not acting as parents. They're acting out the previous life. So they're not actually taking on the role of a parent, which a parent is, think of it as a bird. What do birds do when they have a nest of children, of bird children? They feed those baby birds worms until they are strong enough to fly on their own. And some adult birds even look after their children as they're on their roads in life, but they don't try to, like, karmic parents is like they go against nature, because what a karmic parental bird will do is pluck the wings of their baby bird so that they can't fly away, so that they can stay with them forever for whatever reason. So you can tell that this is the adversary. They have called upon a spirit that you've been identifying with hardcore for like the past 4 years, sweetie. You've been identifying with this spirit, and what this spirit does is it uses a few different tactics to get you emotionally stuck, to make you not appreciate yourself, to make you take it all for granted, to make you not necessarily believe in yourself, or to not have any confidence. Feel like the main aspect that they use is your love life. So going forward, you can't introduce your lovers or your friends to your parents. You can't do it, because what they're going to do is they're going to use that as much as possible. They're going to use everything that they can, however they can use to control and dominate you. Okay. Now, okay, you say yes, she is a Leo, aka a lion devil, and he is a bad Capricorn. I felt God saying invest the extra 150 for the road opening, and God laid on my heart that it's more than just 150, and I will see this. Yeah, the road opener is going to work, but it's going to lead you so that you can actually have that clarity to come against that energy that is against you. So there is going to be more work that is needed. There's going to be more work that is needed on that situation. Yeah, you need more than a road opener. You need a uncrossing, and you need to turn it into a jar. So you need to, I got the Five of Pentacles. You need an uncrossing. And then also, King of Swords comes up. You need to do something so that you can be in control of your own life. That King of Swords, that energy is saying, take your mind back, and then also clearing your mind. Okay, you need to clear your mind of a lot of that. Okay, let's get to Sueli's question. Okay. Yes, in February 2021, when I was on vacation, you illuminated the true nature of my parents, and you confirmed without me telling you that they were mentally ill. Yeah. Yeah. In April of 2021, they worked with evil and had me placed in a state hospital falsely and against my will, without me being factually mentally ill. Oh God. And see, that's the whole thing about it, is that you may have tried to speak to them about it. You don't talk to them about it. Just give that up. Quit trying to talk to them about that. Okay, because and I don't have my past life cards up here. Maybe I'll go down there and get them. Hey, Mayo Virgo. Hello. I'll get to your question in a second. Yeah, stop trying to tell them about it. Don't even tell other people about it. Okay, I'm able to come up here and speak about it, but most people will try to say that you're paranoid or that you're schizophrenic. Just get the help that you need for it, but you have to go to somebody trusted. Because if I had $1 for every codependent person that tried to take advantage and put me in that same situation, or either try, you know what I'm saying? It's just that there are some people that they can't feel good about, or either they can't manifest what they need and they want without trying to exploit someone else. Okay. Okay. And I do truly believe that it's probably got something to do with past life. If you have karmic parents, that's what it's about. All right. Sueli, if you're still here, I'm going to grab my pendulum for this one. Spirit guides. Sueli wants to know, should she contact Joshua? Give me a yes or a no. It went to the right. So my pendulum is swinging to the right. So that's an unknown or not sure answer. So I'm going to throw my cards. Spirit guides. What messages do you have for Sueli about her contacting Joshua? What's up with Joshua? Joshua has left the building. Okay. So this is what I want to tell you, Sueli. Joshua has left the building. He's checked out. So even if you do contact him, his energy is going to be pretty bad. I feel like his energy is probably going to be friendly. He may hide a lot from you, but he's got a spirit on him. He's almost been replaced. I see this all the time. This is happening all the time. And until people actually accept it, they're going to constantly be afflicted. He's been going through some things. I got Ten of Swords inverted and King of Pentacles inverted. Part of the reason why he's been going through things is because he's gone and another spirit is taken over. This spirit is extremely low vibrating, extremely. So he's sort of like a different person. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Sadly, until people accept that there's actual ghosts and spirits, they're not even entities. They don't even have to be a demon, but it could be. But there's actual entities and spirits, and these entities and spirits, they could be shamans that lived 100 years ago. These entities and spirits are actually going into people and taking over their bodies. That's his issue. I don't know the backstory of it because I'm not looking at that. I got a no answer because actually, when you do contact him, he's not going to be there. He's a different person. So we got a lot of people that are walking around here already dead. I mean, I've seen it. And until people are actually aware that you need to keep your spirit in your body. Also, another thing, I'm wondering, what is his zodiac sign? This is happening to a lot of people. I see that. Then I got 8 of Cups. Yep. And then 4 of Swords in the inverted position. So he's there, but he's not there. It's almost like he's sleeping. He's not awoke. And so a lot of people will say, well, why would somebody want to steal my soul? Why would somebody want to steal your soul, which makes up who you are, which makes up what attracts people to you, which makes up what brings you your good luck, what brings you your favor, what brings you your success? You got a person that may be down on their luck or they may be confused. That's why they want to steal your soul. They want to take from you. That's why. Because they don't have what you have, or maybe they may need you energetically. That is the reason why. Happens all the time. The scary part about it is that I would say probably about 75% of our world population are puppets, factually. 75% is what my spirits are telling me. So he's kind of he's in a bad place, but he's in a good place. Okay, so his spirit is almost in the sunken place, right? Is what you would call that. The reason why he's doing good is because another spirit took over. I can see whoever this is, their soul is trapped somewhere. I know that that's very over the top, and I don't even believe that the spiritual community is even able to discuss this, but I'm discussing it. I'm one of the first people that really, really has dug deep into that. And I talk about it all the time because people don't want to accept it. Does that make sense? So that's why when I did my pendulum, I didn't get a yes or a no answer because he's got this spirit, this King of Pentacles in the inverted position. This spirit is on him and in him. So I believe that it's that um I believe that whatever this spirit that is, it's almost like a takeover. So that's why if you do contact him, the energy is not going to be the same. Okay, does that make sense? So I think that you should contact him, but you're going to find that out. You're going to find out what, like, something's off. And people will just assume, oh, well, I can still see that he's single. The Nine of Cups comes up. People will just assume, oh, that person is with somebody. You see what I'm saying? So, and I don't see you in the chat. Hold on. Maybe my chat isn't moving. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can. This happens all the time. It does. I've actually seen people in ritual. I've seen people doing rituals so that they can steal somebody's soul. I've seen it. Are those people supposed to be doing those rituals? Nope. But they still do it out of fear. So this is the reason why the King of Pentacles came up in the inverted position, because it represents the Virgo energy. It represents Mercury. Okay. And so that's why it's so important for people to protect their crown. You got a bunch of people or either a person constantly making a big deal about your top of your head, because that's sort of like a gateway. Everybody thinks that the root chakra is the gateway. No, it's the crown. Because once you take over somebody's mind, you can take over their body and you can take over their spirit. So did you hear anything that I said? That's weird that your phone started acting up. Did you hear anything that I said with the reading? If not, then you can just go back a few minutes and you'll be able to hear what I said, because I don't want to have to repeat it. Okay. Yeah, you got somebody that is the victim of soul harvesting. It's not just energy harvesting. It's also soul harvesting, because your soul is your Akashic records. This is your power. And it's not to say that we have winners and we have losers in this world. Everybody has the potential to win, but it's so many people that they don't want to take the time to develop themselves because they're in a hurry to get somewhere very fast. Okay. So just go back and you can listen. What can you know what? If you can, contact me for a private reading, or if you feel comfortable, you can post in the chat what your connection is with Joshua. If Joshua is either a soulmate or a twin flame, he may be spiritually connected to you. And if he's not going to be in his life, at the very least, protect yourself. Because, and see, this is where we're not dealing with the actual true grit of twin flames. Any channel that was talking about the real with twin flames was under attack. And the reason why is because they want you to look at the cute little picture perfect, oh, we're twins and we're da 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 da. But there's actual, depending on who the twin flames are, twin flames are under attack constantly. If you're somebody's twin flame, both of you are under attack. What is affecting one of them can affect you. And there's no twin flame where one twin can say, oh, well, I'm just going to dump it all off on this other person. No, a twin flame is an attachment that you can never get away from it. I don't care if you sleep, awake, If you up the street, if you down the street, if you go and leave the country, you cannot get away from that. It's all about dealing with whatever that adversary is, whatever it is. And usually it's about stealing your energy. Usually that's what it's about. Okay, so no current relationship. Okay. So let me see real quick what the connection is between Sueli and Joshua. Show me that. What's the connection? Yeah, it's, to me, I definitely can see soulmate or twin flame, and you got to be careful with those kind of connections, and it's not your twin's fault. They're going through the same exact thing that you're going through at the same time simultaneously. People have lied to twin flames and said, oh, there is a romanticized aspect. It's called the honeymoon period. But when that spirit comes to tear you down, it ain't playing. And you can't avoid it. You can't say, oh, I'm just going to go and be with somebody else and that'll stop it. No, it's not. So a lot of people don't really know. They want to look at it the way that they want to look at it. Oh, your twin flame is supposed to do this, and they're supposed. No. A twin flame connection is one of the most difficult connections, especially when you have entities and spirits that want to tear you down and take from you. Okay, so you may want to contact me about that in private. Okay, let's move on to Maya Virgo. Hello. All right. Hey, Teo. All right. Spirit guides. Teo wants to know, how does A feel about their breakup? Okay. Got the Eight of Pentacles upright that fell out of the deck. Seven of Pentacles inverted. All these Pentacles cards. Nine of Pentacles inverted. Ace of Wands inverted, and the Two of Pentacles upright. He's trying to, first of all, the actual breakup, Teo, from what Spirit is saying, okay, so from what Spirit is saying is that it was more of a ploy. He's got some connections to him that feel that it's empowering to degrade the divine feminine. So the reason why that was done in the first place was to bring your energy down. Okay. This was predicated upon by one of his male friends. Break up with her, and that'll keep her in line, or that'll keep her in check, or that'll keep her on the hook. So the whole thing was a ploy to bring you down. But you already know that he's being controlled by his male friends. Okay, because we've discussed that before. So that was, how does he feel about it? He's trying to figure out why. And they're all trying to figure out why. Because he's got this one friend that I can see is a fire sign. This one friend has been feeding off of the both of you. And that's why he's had a great deal of success. And A has been struggling. He needs to break away because they're not his real friends, right? So how does he feel about the breakup? He's sort of trying to figure out why, things are falling apart, because it was supposed to have been a ploy to get your energy. But since it didn't, they're all confused. He's going to definitely try to get you back. Spirit guides is guiding you to communicate with him about what's going on with those false friends. Any friend, anyone that calls themselves a friend that wants to, first of all, friends don't compete with each other. Any friend that wants to be better than you or have more than you is not actually your friend. Okay. So we all know that they're not his real friends anyway. But the point, it was, what was done was kind of false anyway. But a lot of these false paradigms are being done to create something. I don't believe in anything false being created to create something real, unless you're talking about money magic, which you can use monopoly money. You can draw money and manifest money. You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to stuff like that, that shouldn't be a part of that. So a lot of people are looking at relationships as businesses, and this is a huge issue. Your relationship is not a business. Your relationship is supposed to be a place of love and nurturing, mutual respect. If you have a business together, that should be kept separate from your relationship. Your relationship is not a business. Okay. But a lot of people are having issues with that. And that's one of the reasons why A is struggling. Yeah, you keep your relationships totally separate from your business. Unless you are in business together. Otherwise, even still, nobody's going to assume, oh, well, y'all don't have any problems to work through, so it's okay for me to do business with you. No. And I've noticed a lot of people doing that, and that's false. All of us are dealing with karma in this lifetime. All of us. All of us have issues. Every last one of us has issues. So that's why there's a lot of people that will fail at business because they'll think, oh, I'm going to come out in front like I'm successful, but it's not real success because they can have all kind of problems in the background that they're not even being honest about. You see what I'm saying? But in your specific situation, Teo, you can tell that there's already been some work put in progress, but I feel like more needs to be done and that you need to protect yourself in that situation because I feel like you and A are twin flames. And a lot of people say, well, they'll either deny the whole paradigm of twin flames or they'll say, oh, I got to walk away from my twin flame. I can't be around that person. I can't have nothing to do with them. You're still connected to that person. Because a twin flame is where the soul is the same soul, but it's just split between two different bodies. It's not even the same as being born a twin, a fraternal or an identical twin. It's not even the same as that. It's totally different. So you can't just walk away from your twin and go, screw that person. I had a person that, and I wish she would get in touch with me. She actually avoided her twin flame and he died, and she went into a deep depression to where she was suicidal because her twin flame died. And she died. It was like she said, it's like I'm dead too. So you cannot just go and listen to worldly people with worldly issues, or that connection has nothing to do with nobody else except for the twins. People need to stay out of that, mind their business. You see what I'm saying? So y'all, a lot of y'all, your twin flame they could have a lot of different problems and you could have problems with them. And as soon as you drop the ball and say, I'm done, you can't ever do that. You can't ever do that. Ain't gonna happen. Okay. So it's like he's trying to make it seem like he's running, but he's actually not. He's trying to run game. Somebody told him that would, all of a sudden, everybody in their group, or all of the friends started all of a sudden acting up with their women. Because you got one male who should not be in control of anything. They'll all do the same thing. Okay, we all gonna cheat at the same time. We all gonna break up with our women at the same time. And, men are doing themselves a disservice by doing that. Okay. You see what I'm saying? If anybody else has any questions, post it in the chat. Yeah. It shouldn't be, no men should get together and have a meeting and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this, to do that, and do that. They all possessed and stupid, and they all need help. Every last one of them needs some help. Okay, hello, head main. Hey, I'll be happy to answer your question. Can you please post your zodiac sign with your question, though? Thank you. Yes, Maya Virgo. Most men talk to their boys about their relationship, hon. And it's a mistake. I would say probably 99% of the time when men go and ask their friends about their relationship, they're being given bad advice. Okay, Capricorn Sun, Virgo Moon. In fact, most men's friends cause problems. Women are more than likely to shut that down. If they see one of their friends causing problems in their relationship, they'll shut them down. But a lot of men, they tend to struggle with doing that. Okay. All right. Thank you, head maim. Okay, will I be able to move and buy a home? That's a good question. Okay. I'm gonna start out with my pendulum because that's a yes or a no question. But what I do with my pendulum, where did it go? Sometimes my pendulum hides from me. There it goes. Spirit guides through the pendulum. Head main wants to know, will they be able to move and buy a home? I got a no answer. It's swinging back and forth very strongly towards no. Okay. Now, let's throw the cards to get some clarification. Why are you saying no, spirit guides, for Head Main's question? Why are you saying no on the pendulum? That they won't be able to buy a home and move. Why is this Ten of Cups here? Okay. Knight of Swords inverted. You got a spirit moving through your family that that seems to be blocking a lot of things. You can tell that it's definitely something that you can manifest, but I feel like there's a spirit that's moving in particular through the female energy in your family. And this is a spirit from a very long time ago. These worlds are clashing, is what Spirit is telling me, because I got the World card, I got Five of Wands inverted, Ten of Cups upright, Ace of Wands upright, and then the Two of Pentacles in the inverted position. When I clarify Ten of Cups, the Knight of Swords comes up in the inverted position. This particular spirit is moving in from a very long time ago when it was virtually impossible. You're a female, right? Are you a male or a female? I'm getting the sense that you're a female, but clarify that for me, because there's so many different people that are in the room. That my guess is that you're a woman. Yeah. So this is a spirit from a long time ago that seems to be running through the women in your family. This is the reason why the women in your family are not able to buy a home unless they have a husband. Okay. Now, I don't know if you have a husband or not. I haven't looked at that. But my guess is that you don't have one. This is an old spirit from another lifetime, comes up as the Knight of Swords in the inverted position. Very misogynistic spirit that you need to banish. Yeah, you need to banish this spirit. This spirit is attached to the women in your family. It may have even came from your bloodline to where it's invisible. It's an invisible force, and it probably has buddies. Give me more cards on this Knight of Swords. It has buddies. Yep, Eight of Pentacles inverted. Yeah, definitely it is, my spirits are identifying it as being a malevolent spirit. It's definitely has its eye on your money. And this spirit feels very, very strongly that you are a woman and that you ain't supposed to have that. Right. And see, it affected that too. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that if I look at that, you'll see that same spirit pop up. It's affected your love life too. Let me ask if you have a connection to this spirit. More than likely, you have a connection to this spirit in the past life, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes it can be random. Sometimes the spirit can be sent to you by either an ex. Sometimes the spirit can be sent to you by a stranger. The spirit, guys, is this particular spirit that I'm picking up on? Does it have a connection with Head Main? Yes or no? No, but it does have a connection with your father. So spirit is being very specific, is that that spirit came in through your father's bloodline, but it doesn't have a connection to you, but it doesn't know that. Let me look. I can see that your financial situation has been sort of a struggle. Definitely can see that all aspects of your connection with the planet Venus has been compromised because the Two of Pentacles comes up inverted, meaning this is your love life and money. Love life and money is imbalanced, very, very imbalanced. So that spirit is blocking it. And what I would say is that you need to get that spirit off of you. Mhm. Then you'll be able to purchase your home or either have better luck in love. What I'm sensing already is that there was a lover. You didn't ask about that, but you can tell that somebody is going to come back in the picture. This is a spirit that pretty much it possesses everybody. It just kind of moves around, and it has like a network. Yeah. Spiritual baths, eh, it depends on what your relationship is with magic. There are actually some people, and I've heard about them. They practice water witchery to where they manifest a lot of different things in the bathtub. But to me, I feel like you're going to need fire. And then also intent and paper. Because when you write something down on a piece of paper, you're writing it in stone. So you need more than just a spiritual bath for that. You need very focused work on that. Do you practice? Are you practicing witchcraft? Did he pass away recently? Okay. Well, and I'm not saying that your father has anything to do with it. Okay. I'm saying that whatever that spirit is, it did come in through your father, is what my spirit guides are telling me. And a lot of times those spirits can either come randomly through your father or either they can be doing it on purpose. And I'm not saying that he's done that on purpose because every father is not like that. I can't imagine a father wanting their child to do bad in life. Okay, so you do practice. So my suggestion is that you do some generational curse removal and some banishing is what I would do. And jar it. What I do with every client, hold on, y'all. What I've been doing with every single client working in particular for the past 3 years is I have been doing the work and then jarring it to preserve it. That way I don't have to do the work over and over again. Okay. So do the work and then jar the work. And then that way, you'll have it can either be a witch's bottle or a jar. But I prefer using a jar because if you have to, like during the new moon or the full moon, you're able to boost it. That misogyny and male energy from 500 years ago has been a complete and total destructive force in the lives of women because this is a spirit from 500 friggin' years ago that's trying to affect you, and it's thinking you're a woman, stay in a woman's place, which I guess a woman's place is being homeless. I guess guys, you can't make this up. Do I sound like I'm making this up? No, don't bury it, keep it. You can keep jars like that. If it's a specific person that's from something that isn't attached to you, that has no connection with you, that may be either feeding off of you or trying to clout chase, then that's when you'll want to bury something. But this is connected to you because it's connected to your father. So you want to keep that and you want to label it. And to where if you ever pick up on that spirit, whenever something comes to you, something weird, like for example, when you get ready to buy your house and your credit score is like 700 or 650, and then they telling you, well, I can't approve you because how do you think women get discriminated against? You fire up that jar, bam, all of a sudden you approved. A lot of the men these days have been affected by these spirits that literally mirror. And I believe that it's either 50 or either 100 years ago. And a lot of these men are totally possessed by these old spirits that, I don't know if it was before, if it's from like the Victorian age or some other age or existence in time where, maybe women didn't have much interest in men and they had to force these women or damn near take them into slavery so that they would be with them. But these are very old spirits that seem to be almost possessing these men. And you'll see them doing it. And it's so bizarre because it's very bizarre because you would think that we're living in 1922 and not 2022. Well, you can contact me if you want. Contact me for a reading or a consultation. Just to remind you guys, everything is 50% off for the holidays. This sale will go off January 1st, 2023. So if you want to schedule a reading with me, just visit the website and put in this particular code. In fact, a lot of women, they've been holding meetings about this and they feel that that's where that evil eye comes from. Because men will see that, you're, which has nothing to do with your relationship with them. They'll see that you're doing good on your own and they'll throw the evil eye at you. Because they feel, well, everything that you have is supposed to come from me. And when I feel that, or when my buddies tell me that you need to be punished because of something, you can't eat. You just supposed to sit there and starve all night. And yeah, that is a spirit, because why would a man in his right mind try to starve you or your family? And so that's when you have to be a pioneer woman and realize what's going on. Any man that is hating on your money flow, they possessed by something from hundreds of years ago. And those spirits will tear down and destroy those men. So I think that it's smart and it's important to say to yourself as a man and check yourself, because we're no longer living in those times to where, women, they had to be, they either had to stay with their husband or be judged, if they didn't want to stay with him. You should be with your husband because you love him, not because you fear judgment. You're welcome, hon. You're welcome, hon. All right, anybody else with any questions? I'll go downstairs and get my past life cards if you guys want me to throw a couple of those for you too. I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all something. There used to be a time where I think that that's where the whole feminist movement came in. When women had hunger strikes, men would say, "You do what I tell you to do, or else I'm not going to feed you." And these women would say, "Well, screw it, I'll just stay hungry." Then what they would do is they would throw them in jail and force feed them. Like, wait a minute, you just told me that if I didn't do what you told me to do, you're not going to feed me or give me the nurturing that I need. And it's so sad. It really is. It's so sad. Yeah. So we'll see if somebody else comes in, you guys. If not, then I'll answer some more questions that you guys have. Let me go down here real quick. I need to get some coffee on. Yeah, men are the number one reason for women and children suffering through poverty. Men. That's why a lot of women have walked away from a lot of men. And it's not that they're lesbian, it's just that, it's unfair, it's wrong. And if other men see that a man and a woman have a good camaraderie with each other, if they see that they're working together as a unit in unison, in a synergy, then they will try to disrupt it. And any man that thinks, I got my card, y'all, I'm getting some coffee real quick. Any man that thinks that disrupting a woman, trying to do harm to her, cutting her off, or trying to block her, if they think that that's what makes them a man, well, then they're sadly mistaken. A lot of the history of the enslavement of women is very embarrassing. So why they would bring that back as if that was a good thing is I still can't figure it out, y'all. I really can't. Hold on a minute, y'all. I'm gonna get my coffee, and we're gonna take a little break. And I got my other cards. Um, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go to a little music break real quick. While we're sitting here, how many of y'all have ran into a misogynistic male who believes that the woman has to follow him even though he's following his male friends that don't even have his best interests at heart, that are competing with him, trying to destroy him, but he's following their advice and doing things to you. How many of y'all ran into that? That when you tell them that's not going to work out for you, doesn't matter if somebody practices witchcraft on you or not, that's just not going to work for you. When you tell them that, they don't believe it. They want to believe what they want to believe. They don't want to believe the way that it truly is. How many of y'all have felt that? How many of y'all have felt that when you have done something for yourself, that a man either couldn't or refused to do, he got upset. Like almost, how dare you? And why has this resurfaced just in the last 10 years? I don't know if during the 80s, and speaking of 80s movies, y'all know Kirstie Alley passed away, which was, I really like Kirstie Alley. She passed away. But if you notice back during the 80s, many women, if y'all remember that movie called, what was the name of it? It was with another one of those actresses. I think it was Diane Keaton. Was with another one of those actresses. Oh, and I think she was a single mother in that movie. Okay. And she was a businesswoman, and I think she either adopted a baby or did something and women were always depicted in the 80s as being independent and successful. Nowadays, the depictions of women are very codependent. I can't move. I'm supposed to do bad without you. And I'm sorry, I can't get with it because it just seems wrong to me. It just don't seem right. It don't feel right in my spirit. It don't. First of all, it ain't a man's business how much money you make. That ain't his business. Yeah. All right, y'all. I got my cards. I'm headed back upstairs. I got my coffee. So y'all can ask y'all questions in the chat. Anytime your placement as a man has turned into you sitting around watching, monitoring, trying to make sure that a woman doesn't make it without you, or trying to destroy her, and the things that she have obtained, you have truly fallen off the face of the earth. Okay, that's really what I will tell you. And you're confused. All right, y'all. I'm ready. I'm ready for y'all questions. If y'all have any more that you want to post, or if somebody new came in here. Most couples that have that have a relationship that is based upon mutual respect, they have more money, less struggle, and better health. If you have a masculine figure in a relationship that is purposely trying to impede on the woman and what she's doing, there's going to always be struggle there. And I personally think that it's a lot more dangerous than what we think, because it trickles down. I think that it's all about, certain things that can happen to people, if they slip through the cracks, if their children end up, in a bad situation to where their children are being trafficked or taken advantage of. I think that it's really, really sad, and I think that when you connect with the goddess, you can see where they're going with it. You can see that they're basically trying to sacrifice your children, your family, to like some kind of systematic, rape or, uh, then you kick into protective mode, is what a lot of women have done. Okay. All right, y'all. Anybody got questions? Go ahead and post them. Any specific questions for me? Oh, and just to let you guys know, I am open until 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Times for readings. Otherwise, I'll have to get you scheduled tomorrow. So if you guys want to schedule readings, for those of you that have went to the website and placed your order, okay, thank you. Who is returning? Okay. I believe I could see an earth energy, but let me confirm that. Baby.
I said there's one stereo that one.
I'm not gonna sue them, baby. uh, you were so funny. Close my door, sweetie. Close the door, honey. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Spirit guides, who do you see returning to head main? Yep, it's an earth sign. In fact, it looks like you're going to run into this person this month. So get ready. It's an earth sign. I got the Star card, the Ace of Pentacles inverted, Seven of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands inverted. Yeah. Do you know who that is? Okay. Renard Shand says, is Nicola cheating on me? Well, let's see. Spirit guides through the pendulum, show me yes or no. Is Nicola cheating on Renard? I could have told you that the answer is no. Now tell me why you think she cheating on you. This is fun. We have a man in here, y'all. This will be fun. Why do you think that Nicola is cheating on you? You know what? I can throw the cards and see for you an answer. Show me, why does Renard think that Nicola is cheating on him? Is it because have you cheated, Renard? I'm seeing that you've cheated. That's why you think she cheating on you. I got the Eight of Pentacles inverted, Seven of Pentacles upright. Oh, you have two earth sign exes. Okay. All right. So, Renard, I got Eight of Pentacles inverted, Seven of Pentacles upright, Knight of Swords inverted, Temperance upright, and then the Hierophant upright. She's hardly corresponding with you. Okay. Well, it's not because she's cheating on you. You got it. Tell me, first of all, I shouldn't have threw the cards before asking zodiac signs, but what's her zodiac sign and what's your zodiac sign, and who is this Knight of Swords in the inverted position? Is this connected to, is this Knight of Swords connected to Nicola? Yes or no? No. No, this Knight of Swords is somebody connected to you. In fact, this Knight of Swords looks like it's somebody else. You, Renard, you actually, the way, I don't know why my spirits are showing me this, but I can see you're the one that cheated, and it looks like you're the one that has another connection with somebody else, and that person must have pushed her away because the Hierophant came up. Somebody, it's another person, I can tell. Two of Pentacles comes up, Spirit saying they're not connected to her. This is somebody that you may have had some kind of fling with or something. This is somebody, okay, she's a Libra, she's a Sagittarius, and you're a Libra. Your sister. Is that what you meant? Your sister-in-law? Yeah, I understand, head man. Uh, I wish these men would get themselves together, seriously. They're gonna help turn all of us into lesbians and you know, yeah, yeah, men have really dropped the ball a lot. They do that a lot. Okay, your sister-in-law. So you're saying somebody on her side, but this is somebody connected to you. I can see a third party that you actually, either you was talking to this person. Renard, this is somebody, and my card did come up where it shows a person sitting in front of a computer. Either you were talking to somebody about your relationship, and they done did some work. And see, I be telling y'all, like, goodness gracious. You know, as a can I say this while I have you? Now, this is no, Renard. This is somebody that you had to have talked to this person. Hey Z, you done spoke to this person. You probably see a lot of you men think that DMing somebody or another woman is not cheating, and it is. This is somebody, you may not have slept with this person, but somebody that you talk to. And they do look like they are another air sign person. Somebody that you spoke to formed an attachment to you, and it looks like they did some work. The Hierophant comes up in the upright position. So somebody did a breakup on y'all, and that's why she's not communicating with you. Somebody that let me see if, because I got 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. If it's not physical cheating, this is somebody online. That's why you should never. I mean, with me, I have no reason, absolutely no reason to try to manipulate your relationship. But there's a lot of very manipulative people out there. This is someone that you were speaking to, and you shouldn't be. Listen, women can pick up on this. How many of you women picked up on men going to an outside party and talking to them about the relationship with you? That's considered talking about somebody behind their back. You should never go to another person, and particularly somebody online, and talk to them about your relationship unless you're going to get a psychic reading from a trusted source. I see this as an air sign woman that popped up like popcorn, and that person did some work real quick, and that's why your girlfriend is not speaking to you. There's some breakup work that was done. Now, let me ask you a question. I got 8 of Pentacles inverted. Have you been down on your luck, or have you been feeling really tired? Because this person has formed a cord to you. I don't like. Oh my God. I don't know if it's that men get bored. I'm not trying to chew you up and spit you out, sweetie. Yeah, you shouldn't talk to those women. What did you just decide you didn't have anything else to do? Were you bored? I know a lot of women have a crush on me who I socially talk with. You're in a relationship with Nicola. Why would you be talking to other women that have a crush on you? Okay. You may love her, but you understand that there are some people that can very easily hex or vex your situation just simply by speaking to you. You love your girlfriend, but you haven't heard from her. You're thinking that she's cheating on you. Technically, you talking to those women and giving those women your time is cheating. Has she ever talked to you or fussed at you about you talking to these women? That exactly. It exactly. That's flirting. It's not only flirting, but it's cheating. You're saying that you're sitting either in DM or chat, and you're just talking to these women because they want to speak to you because they have a crush on you. Why would you be doing that? That's considered to be cheating. I can guarantee you that whoever that was, Hold on. I can guarantee y'all that whoever this woman is that he's asking about told him, why are you talking to these other women online? I can guarantee it. So at the time that you were in a relationship with Nicola, you had no one to talk to? And whenever you call her, she don't answer your calls? Well, you don't need to be with her anyway. Something's missing from this story. I'm missing something from your story. And also another thing, I can sense that there is an entity attachment to you. I can sense it. Yeah. Hold on. Let me light up one of my matches. Somebody done did work on him. One of those women that he was talking to, Teo, has done some work on him. That's why she doesn't want to answer. But there's no way that you fell in love with her if she was always like that in the relationship. You had a girlfriend that never picks up the phone. There was at some point where she picked up the phone for you all the time, and now she's not picking up. This is your problem right here, Renard. You talking to all these women and socializing with all these women that you have a crush on, that have a crush on you. And then also another thing, hold on. You're a little unstable because you had a girlfriend, but yet you kept searching for something else. Why else would you be talking to those women? Why do people do that? There's people, they'll have good jobs and they're still searching for something else. You have like a restless spirit. I can sense it. Why do you need those women to make you feel good about yourself? Number one. And number two, why didn't you realize? Why didn't you realize that those other women, they could, the Hierophant came up in your reading. Somebody did some work to break up you and your girlfriend. They don't even want to be with you. They just want to manipulate and break up your relationship. Do you realize that you can't trust all of these women that have a crush on you? He's not telling all the story. You're right, Teo. He's not telling the whole story because I can guarantee you that 10 months ago, she probably could see all those other women that you were talking to and she didn't like it. She didn't like it. Hun, if you have a girlfriend, you can't just sit and talk and cupcake with other women. And if you tell those other women that you have a girlfriend and they don't say, okay, well, I'm not going to talk to you because I don't want to impede on your girlfriend, 7 times out of 10, those other women, if they want to continue to talk to you, if they're going to talk sexually to you, they're feeding. And you need to take yourself out of that equation. Because I can pick up on a succubus energy type. What, oopsie doodles, I'll get you your question in a minute. I can tell that it's like a succubus type of energy to where, and keep in mind that women do not have to feed off of somebody else's man to get ahead in life. They don't have to do that. So it's more of like an energy. Okay. Can you please tell me if there's a weirdness of energy right now, or is this a Gemini thing? Well, oopsie doodles, we did just have a Gemini full moon. You started talking to them because she told you that most of her friends are male. Lord have mercy. So then that would make her a slut. So what, why would you fall in love with somebody that is actively talking and having a bunch of male friends? And then you're gonna go and I, I don't understand that. But I mean, yeah, I could see, so I can see your point then. You need to get a better girlfriend. Yeah, and Teo, that is not what happened with a lot of people. I can tell you that. That's not what that's not yeah. Yeah. Um, some of the stuff that I see in the Bible that talks about monogamy, I see why, because basically she opened up that door for you to feel insecure. And then you, instead of saying to her, I don't feel comfortable with that, I don't like that, I don't want you to have a bunch of male friends, which I'm very perplexed by that. I really am. I'm very perplexed by that. And it might be because of me. I'm on the cusp of Gemini, but I'm a Cancer. Uh, you know, I, I look at relationships differently. I feel like if it to me, for a relationship to be valid, um, it should be a energy that is just between the two people. It seems like to me that both of you guys are sort of spreading yourselves around, and that's why it didn't work out. So if you want a woman that is monogamous, then find one that is. If you don't want to be monogamous, and if you're the type of person that has that energy of unsettled, it's like you're unsettled all the time. It's like, I can't sit down for 5 minutes straight with one person and establish anything. And this is one of the reasons why people are so unstable. So yeah, I'd say move on. Honestly, if she's not picking up your calls, it's probably time for you to move on. But that's your judgment call. But I think that you are, how do you even establish how are people even able to establish a deep connection with their partner when there's several other people on both sides? How does that even work? Okay, we're going to move on. Oopsie doodles, do you have a specific question? Because um it's kind of difficult for me to answer that unless you wanted me to just throw the cards and just kind of look and see what is a major factor that could be affecting you. I can tell you one other thing that this Gemini moon is talking about is that you really cannot be affected by other people's words or opinions. And I think that that is a Gemini thing cuz like I said, I'm on the cusp. So that means that I'm both signs. That means that I'm a Cancer and a Gemini sun. And I honestly don't care what people think. And I think that that is a challenge for a lot of people. What is in my will and my intent, that's the only thing that matters. Everybody else can go somewhere. That's literally how I am. Hey Christian, I'll follow up with you when I'm done. Okay, Z. Okay, oopsie doodles. I'm gonna come back to you and I'm gonna answer Z's question. I'm sorry, Z. I didn't mean to. Okay. I didn't mean to forget about you, sweetie. Thank you for reminding me. She told me recently she wants to get married to me when she comes back to Jamaica. Uh, I'm sorry. That sounds like words. When a woman is in love, I'm gonna tell you something. She's not gonna avoid your phone calls. That's not the way that that works. That's not the way that that works. A woman that's truly in love with you and loves you wants to talk to you all the time. She's going to constantly be trying to be in communication with you. She's not so I don't know. I feel like you need to if you want to, I got to move on. If you want to, you are welcome to purchase a private reading with me, Renard. Okay? And make sure that you use the coupon code 50 Yule 2022 when you check out on the website, okay? Because this is, you really need to take a look at an account and even see if if this is somebody that you even are supposed to be with, because yeah, that don't even sound right. She wants to marry you, but yet she won't talk to you, like. And for the past 10 months her communication has been bad. Now I will tell you that I did see a witch, and I saw more of like a biblical religious witch that did some work. So that could be affecting her, cuz especially when it don't make sense. Did any of that make sense to y'all? I don't want to talk to you, but I want to marry you. Like that to me is like this weird paradox. It's weird. So you may want to get a deeper reading into that privately, okay? All right, we're going to move on to Z. Z says, please ask the guides about me relocating since my relationship with them is scattered due to my neighbors violating my altars. Z, you need to do a house protection. I saw one. It was phenomenal. I just did one, and I had never ever did one before. It was phenomenal. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you that straight up and down. You need to do a house protection. Why are y'all? I bought some of the worst tea lights just recently, and I'm gonna give them a bad review. I ain't never gave a bad review of tea lights, but I'm gonna give a bad review of these tea lights because they stopped burning like halfway down. and they don't burn all the way completely. Like, really? Like, this sucks. Why are you doing this? And it's like so much wax still left in it. So I will never buy these again. And it's definitely not my intent because every single one of these have done this, except for maybe a few. All right, and I gotta have that jar lit up, especially while I'm live. Give me a second, y'all. Yeah, if anybody wants to purchase a reading or consultation when you visit the website, don't forget to put in your 50% off coupon, okay? Unless you just want to pay full price for the reading, then that's, you can do that too. you know. All right, light this up. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever bought this brand, and they are terrible. And usually my tea lights will have a 3 to 6 inch flame on them, boy. Them tea lights be popping for me. All right. Spirit guide, Z wants to know about relocating. What messages do you have about this? Yeah. Yeah, Z, I can see a lot of energy being thrown towards you. I got 3 of Wands inverted, Judgment inverted, 8 of Wands inverted, King of Pentacles upright, 4 of Cups inverted, Page of Wands upright, and then 9 of Swords inverted was the next cards after the page. Definitely can see bad neighbors here. Oh, wow, I can see a lot. I can see a lot in this reading, Z, and I really don't want to say everything, but I can definitely see mm, definitely can see energy being thrown at you, but then also energy being siphoned, which is very weird, but that's what they have to do. They have to throw something at you and then take something out. Throw something at you and then take something out. This is why I don't like neighbors. I really don't. I don't like neighbors. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you need to do some house protection. Is what I would do, Z. Because you never know who you live next door to. Can see somebody doing some psychic vampirism on you. Goodness gracious. Somebody suspects that you're a witch, and instead of them taking responsibility for their actions, they're blaming you for all of their problems. Have you ever shown any signs or told anybody that you practice? Because instead of people dealing with their own stuff and looking to where they need to look to get answers or to get some kind of resolution, they tend to blame the witch. I can see they're burning the witch, is pretty much what they're doing. People know that you practice and you're busy. You may be busy with your clients, You may be busy with your family just like everybody else, but it's always blame the witch. And I realize that there are some witches that get overzealous. I don't care what religious faith you are. I believe that everybody should absolutely have some kind of protection put in place to protect yourself from those kind of witches that are meddlesome. But every witch is not like that, and you can't just assume that. And what I can see with the judgment card in the inverted position is gossip and slander and negative affirmations against you. Okay, oopsie doodles. I did get a yes to the relocating, and I'm going to move on. But I did get a yes to you relocating, but I still feel that if you plan to relocate, you need to not only do work to protect your current location, but also you need to do work to protect your location that's coming up. So, for example, maybe doing a working that just generally says, okay, I want to move. Obviously, you probably need a road opener, but I feel like you should do some kind of customized work to say, I haven't found a place in the state that I want to live in, but I want to do like a pre protection so that whatever it is where I'm going to go is protected, and wherever and it's not going to be a whole lot of struggle in that. You know what I'm saying? And then also you could use a cleanse. Okay, that's good. I can see yes, I did get a yes answer to the relocating, but I also feel like I feel like what this page of wands is saying is to set an intent to actually do it, because a lot of times people will say they're going to do something but it never manifests. So I feel that, like, for example, if I decided, eh, you know I'm not relocating out of Georgia, but I am going to move a couple of hours away from my current location. And so, with that intent, once I'm ready to do that intent, what I'm going to do is a ritual that says, okay, I'm ready to do this. I'm going to do da da da, da da da, da da da, and it's going to happen. So mote it be. And I'm going to set that intent. And for me, I like to jar things that are major so that I can hold on to it and keep it. And I'm going to do that just to make sure, because nothing should be happening by chance. Not stuff like that. Mm-mm. You don't want to do that. So, for example, as you're creating, your stuff, because the reason why things happen by chance and you've got all these topsy turvies and ups and downs is because of the world and other people in it, energy, spirits. Something that you decide to do never happens and you wonder why, and it's because a strong enough intent wasn't set to do it. Okay. All right. Okay. So, oopsie doodles. Spirit guides, what are the oopsie doodles wants to know about the general energy going on currently? What messages do you have for oopsie doodles? 5 of Cups upright, 2 of Cups upright, 5 of Swords upright. You're in love with somebody. Hmm. If you were wondering about a reunion, I can definitely see that happening. But see, oopsie doodles, what I can see is and I don't know why this is coming up for me, but I got five of swords upright, three of swords upright, page of cups upright, and the six of wands upright as well. So I feel like this has something to do with either someone that you're supposed to meet, see, or either I feel like it's a reunion. And then I can also see a lot of different energies coming into you that seem to be messing up your love life. These are energies, number one, where they're coming from is your mother's side of the family, but then they're also coming in through the internet. Okay. Do you have any pictures of your tell me what's going on with you, like are you single, married, divorced? Tell me about that, because what I can see specifically is pretty much social media. Five of swords, three of swords, social media being an obstacle in your love life specifically. So if you're single, you're looking at something in social media, something that you're watching or listening to and taking into your psyche in social media is either preventing, stopping, or causing some kind of inner conflict with your love life. Something that you're watching, listening to, or viewing, oopsie doodles, is completely throwing your head off, creating a lot of division in your life and in your heart. Most of your cards were cards of emotion, but you got more head cards. So something that you're watching or viewing is causing you to either neglect your love life or it's causing problems in your love life. What I can tell you is that you need to stop watching things that go against what you want, because if you look at general law of attraction, this is creating a division in your life. There are some things that you could be viewing or looking at that may be bringing you certain subliminals, certain energies that seems to be throwing you off. So when you look at social media within itself, social media can act as a machine. You know what I'm saying? So for example, I hate to bring up Kevin Samuels or one of these relationship gurus that they want to influence people, sort of based upon, and these are mainly males, but it can be females too, and they are very biased. Everything is very cut and dry. They have a certain agenda and they stick with it. Now, I have an agenda. Yes, I do. My agenda is making sure that women get a fair shake. That's the only thing. Otherwise, I'm bendable, I'm movable on certain things, and I'm very understanding. The one thing that I will never be understanding to, that I will always fight against, is males in social media trying to block a woman. That's the one thing and that's obvious. Okay. But certain things that you're watching is turning off your love energies. It's turning your love into hate. It's turning your trust into distrust. Your spirit guides are saying stop allowing social media to influence you. And if you're a Gemini, yeah, you're very sensitive to that. You hear something and you think somebody's directly talking to you, which they may be trying to get in your head. You're letting people get in your head and your heart. Now, as far as this Five of Cups that comes up, I feel that there are a lot of angry female energies that seem to be disrupting you, this bitterness, this anger. Yeah. So watch out for that because that don't have, listen, if somebody let's say for example, somebody gets their heart broke. And for years and years and years and years, I'm talking about for years, after they get their heart broke, they done turn bitter. And instead of them either getting over it, finding somebody else, if they can't find somebody else and get over it, then they need to look to the person that broke their heart and see what the heck happened. But instead of them doing those things, they go on and on and on and on for years and years and years trying to tear other people down, trying to say that this is what's happening to you. And you, as a viewer or somebody that's looking at that, you know, that, okay, for example, let's say that there's somebody that decided, you know, I want to sell hot dogs on the corner. And I think that I'd be successful at selling different kinds of hot dogs, corn dogs, hot dogs with relish on them, you know, mustard, ketchup, and I know I'm gonna be successful. But then you run into a bunch of people but then you go and you look at the negative, okay, and you see a bunch of people that say, "Well, I had a hot dog business and it failed, so nobody should have a hot dog truck." Or if you decide you want to have a pizza parlor, but you run into a bunch of negative information, you know, oh, this pizza parlor, yeah, I ran a pizza parlor and that didn't work out. And instead of you having the confidence and the knowing, right, you go and you say, well, there's a bunch of people that said that they failed at being a hot dog salesman, so I'm not going to do it. Or if somebody told you you're going to fail and you say, okay, I'm going to fail. Don't be so sensitive to communication. Learn how to let that roll off of your back. And a lot of people are. A lot of people are very, very sensitive to that, especially Geminis. Y'all got to admit to that. Yeah, the Gemini, because what a lot of you guys will do is, being that you're a dual sign, if the negative is always presented to you by someone else, you're going, if somebody just comes to you and says over and over again and use repetition on you, eventually they're going to convince you, if your mind is not in a place to where you're the Two of Swords. You know, the Two of Swords in the tarot represents the Gemini. And this is when you blindfold yourself and you say, I am going to just experience this. And I'm not going to listen to everything else that could be negative. And then I'm going to experience it. Then you can see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. Well, oopsie doodles, Gemini women are phenomenal. Gemini women typically, you know, because I'm a Gemini woman as well. So if, like, for example, if my mind goes to the negative, I can quickly catch myself and say, that's not real. That ain't happening. And if it bugs me and bugs me and bugs me to the point where I'm like scared and feeling all some type of way, then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, I need to do some work on myself. Okay. Being on the cusp of Gemini Cancer is probably one of the most difficult things, because you're always having to deal with your mind and your thoughts, but then again, you're also having to deal with that moon. But I think that when you find a healthy balance between between Mercury and the moon, you can manifest a lot of good things for yourself. But it's all about your mind. And you can't let people convince you of something, especially if it's not the truth. You see what I'm saying? And I see a lot of Geminis doing that. And not only that, I see a lot of people saying that Geminis have a tendency to do that. So I think that this full moon was all about that. And I feel that Geminis should stop doing that. That's something that you need to stop doing because this is affecting you in all areas of your life, and it is affecting the heart chakra. That's just like, for example, for beautiful children and a grandbaby that I love more than anything, right? And so that's what people like to do. People like to mess up and turn upside down and pervert things that you love. That's just what they like to do. Okay. Do you think that those people, if they say over and over again, your children don't love you, your grandbaby hates you, don't and you your them kids don't them kids they laugh at you. Do you think that I'm gonna let those people convince me of that? You think I'm ever gonna let somebody convince me of something that I know is not the truth, that is not a reality? So stop accepting other people's curses. That's how people are able to curse you without lighting a candle. And some of them are lighting candles. And they'll just repeatedly and repetitively be repeating stuff over and over and over again. Yeah, overly sensitive. And it's okay to be sensitive. Just admit to it and do something about it. You know? All right. Anybody else have any questions? Oopsie doodles. How do you feel that the answer to your question with the general reading, can you tell me how you felt that it applied to your situation real quick? Oh my God, this Christmas music is giving me life, y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear it. It is giving me life. All right. Anyone else have any questions for me this evening? Go ahead and post them in the chat, and I'll be with you in a moment. Okay, hold on, Christian. I'll get you in a second. All right, give me a second. Okay. All right, general message for Christian. Okay. All right, Spirit Guides, what general messages do you have for Christian? You've been kind of I feel like there's some stagnated energy around you. Eight of Wands in the inverted position. And that stagnated energy has been kind of heavy. Let me see what else. Hmm. Got three major arcanas, the Judgment card, the Hanged One card, and the Chariot. Christian, first of all, you need to start looking more at your past life, is what Spirit is telling me. Um, I would say that what Spirit is saying to you with these cards is to look at your past life regressions, which are very important. Past life regression is very important. And I've been talking about that a lot on the channel. There are some people on this channel that probably do have a past life. Everybody doesn't have a past life, but a lot of people do. And so that's why I've been talking about it lately. So I'm going to throw one of my past life cards. But give me one card that you feel that is affecting Christian from his past life. Yeah, there's some stagnated energies coming in from the past life. That's strange for you to get that card. Yeah, Christian, you are an old soul. Um, you're an old soul, and you have like healing ancestors, but you are dealing with a lot of people because my galactic card came up. And what that card means in this deck is that I feel like you're dealing with energies from people that don't have a past life. And so they don't really have a lot of the wisdom that you have as far as with spirituality, because I got the galactic card, the spirituality card, and the medicine man or woman card. And that can be a challenge dealing with people that are brand new. In fact, there's kind of like a war going on between the two, in my humble opinion. It's making it very difficult for us to coexist with people that are new, because there's some people that are brand new on this earth. They've never incarnated before. And they can be, on the scale of, you know, uh, either a blessing or a curse. Either way, they're creating their karma for the next life, because they'll come back, even if they're brand new. So I feel like you're having issues with that, but these are not family members. These are people outside of your family. And then I can also see that these people pose as more of an obstacle to you, especially right now, more than family. Okay, so I feel like you should focus on that. You know, people outside of, in particular, I can see a feminine energy. I don't know why I can still see that. I can still see that. Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that it are either people that are not connected to their own past life. I've noticed that they sort of take everything as gospel, but but they don't really understand that the things that you are experiencing are past life. For example, the paradigm of sexism against women, or even when it comes to racism. Those are past life problems. And there are so many people that are plagued with those problems, and it's such a plague on their lives that it totally destroys them in every single way. Thank you, head mame. Appreciate it. And it's like, wait a minute, you realize that it's 2022. You realize that we're not living in that time anymore. It was like, for a while, it was like, oh wow. It was such a weird energy. It was like, let's try to destroy the pioneer women. And without having any understanding of what their future is going to be, no understanding, which people shouldn't have to have an understanding. Women are not up for judgment from men. We're not. You don't have the right or the authority, just because you're a man, to try to bring about false judgment to a woman. And it feels almost like spiritual false imprisonment. And the crazy part about it is that they will be judging women based upon the actions of a man. Hey Jen, glad you're here. Man, it's so, like, all of those paradoxes are so stupid to me. The battle of the sexes. Why are you okay, we all know that for the most part men create that battle, not women. Every woman has the right to run her business, to work, to prosper with or without a man. So men will look and say, "No, you don't." And it's usually men that don't have much going on. It's usually them. But it can be men, even men with money. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. And it's so strange. It's like, what are we, or are we living like are we living in the 1920s, or is it 2022? And I believe that these men are absolutely affected by spirits, because when you think about it, if we're going to be afflicted by spirits from 100 years ago, what is going to happen? It's going to be men trying to hold women to these standards of this discriminatory behavior, and women trying to break free of that. But at the same time, women are trying their best to have healthy relationships with these men, and they are so resistant of it. even when the woman is trying to be helpful to them. Like, I'm trying to help you. That type of spirit is going to destroy. That would be just like, I deal with so far a lot of women we can only rely upon if we need masculine energy. We have to rely upon um spiritual energy. That's why the paradigm ten years ago was every woman had to lean on Jesus because the men were no good. And what did men do in response? They became even worse. Women are dating and having spiritual sexual relationships, and y'all can't see the problem. Like, I'm just saying, like, they hold on. We got all these men walking around here in the physical, and most women, a large percentage, want nothing to do with these men. They would rather go to a dead guy and be with him. Can you please explain this to me? How could that even happen? So it's very strange. Yeah, well, a lot of us are, and you have to watch out for them because they and also another thing is that if they get on the wrong spiritual path, what they can do is they can end up being energy harvesters. Okay, they can end up being energy harvesters. Yeah, Jen, as a man, you could not possibly think of yourself as a complete and healthy man when that's not being a healthy man. When you feel the need to kick a woman down simply because she's a woman, you couldn't possibly think that things are going right within your system. Something is going wrong within the, like whether or not it's a spirit, or maybe you was taught like that. Maybe a bunch of the men in your family got together as men and carried on that tradition for years and years, and they possibly, because that's just like women who, I actually enjoy cooking and cleaning when I have time to do it. And I don't need somebody kicking me and telling me to go and cook and clean. Well, I love cooking and cleaning. So I like cooking more than cleaning. But why would I need a man to just say that to me? And why would I do it just because a man forced me to do it? Like, none of it is making any sense. And a lot of the times these men are forcing themselves. A lot of these male vloggers are forcing themselves up on the general female population. And other men have nothing to say about it except for this one that I've noticed. And you know what? He's powerful. I can see him creating a lot of changes in certain men. I'm not going to say who they are. It ain't nobody that we've talked about on this channel. But this guy is the truth. They are projecting this toxic masculinity onto all women. And men are not saying anything. It should be easy and simple for you to do that. What's the problem? What's the struggle? Evidently, you must be possessed by those spirits, evidently, because there shouldn't be any struggle. Women should not have to be out here fighting and arguing with with men. That's where you can tell somebody really dropped the ball. And then they'll wonder why. Then they'll wonder why women are literally growing mustaches and stuff. Because women are having to replace men. A lot of the men are too complacent to that. Yeah. Jen, you're funny. Okay, so Christian, I'm gonna get you your question because I believe that Teo is waiting, and then I'll answer your question, okay? By the way, guys, if you could please hit the thumbs up, even though the ratings are disabled. I still would like for you guys to hit the thumbs up because it does help with the algorithm. Okay. So Teo asks spirit guides, if she works on A, will he be able to be a good husband to her? Yes or no? Yep, I got a yes answer, and I got the moon inverted. I got the ace of wands upright. I got queen of pentacles inverted. I got the wheel of fortune upright, and then the sun card upright. So Teo, that also tells me that he's gonna need some work so that he doesn't completely identify with his father. Mm-mm. His father made his mother extremely unhappy. And a lot of times, what's happening, and it's manifested itself as a curse, is that these women just sort of said, oh, well, this is how men are. But in reality, something more could have been done. So I did get a yes answer. Yeah, one EQL. When a man injures a woman, whether or not it is physically, spiritually, mentally, or emotionally, he is injuring himself, especially if it's his woman. You hurting yourself because when you're trying to kick her down and when you're trying to dim her light, then you no longer can benefit from her energy and her power. So in retrospect, a lot of those men are just suicidal. And then also a lot of them will have these women in the past, whether or not it was meant for those women to be with them and nurture their soul, but they'll judge you based upon what other women have done to them. And the next thing you know, they're creating the same situation that they was with their ex, while at the same time holding on to their ex. What? You're welcome. You're welcome, Teo. Now, Teo, did you know that I'm running a 50% special on everything? So contact me, hon. Everything is 50% off, readings and rituals. So get in touch with me, okay? And I do this every year. It don't have nothing to do with no man because a man that does that is virtually powerless. And a lot of people will convince themselves that just because a man has a voice like this, like if I came on here and talked like this, does this mean that I'm powerful automatically because I got some bass in my voice? No. But a lot of people will convince themselves that men are right about everything, even if they wrong is sin. And Jen, have you heard of that new movie that just came out? Um, yeah, get at me because you can get everything. All of my rituals are 50% off, okay? Jen, have you heard about that newest movie um called Pray for the Devil? I don't think it's out yet. I don't think it's out yet. But in the movie, like if you look at the trailer for it, you can hear a man of the cloth, and he's saying, "Women are absolutely, uh, uh, what did he say? Absolutely forbidden to perform exorcisms." And see, we haven't seen the movie to interpret what they're going to do in this movie, but evidently there is a woman in the movie that is called to do exorcisms and to do an exorcism on this little girl, and we don't know what's going to happen. And so I'm going to be the first one to look at that movie. I'm gonna watch it as soon as it came out. In fact, I pre-ordered it on YouTube so that I'll be able to watch it as soon as it comes out. And so I'm wondering what angle they're gonna do because First of all, that is incorrect. In fact, women are more capable than men in performing exorcisms. In fact, the first woman, because in order for you to have a man, you had to have a woman. There was no men that came out of the blue that just appeared out of nowhere. A woman had to give birth to the first man. So women have been performing exorcism since the dawn of time of existence. And these ideas that they have done nothing but done harm to the whole world. Like we have literally, all of us have been dealing with a curse because of this, because men wanting to take over everything. So really the way that it's been since the beginning, women were not the original feminists, it was the men. They would see women doing what they're doing and they would say, well, I can do that and I can do that better. It was originally men that did that. They're the ones that started it. And then at some point, with physical violence and fear, they were able to do that. And guess what happened? Plagues, death, and destruction. And they're doing it again. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. It doesn't. First of all, for a man to be able to do it, a woman had to have given him that wisdom and that knowledge anyway, that power. Men get everything from us because they come from us. So it's kind of weird when men do that and it totally goes against nature. For men to abuse women is totally outside of nature. None of it. Like and when it comes outside of nature, even though witchcraft is directly connected to nature, but not all the time. Not every time. Not every ritual or spell that is performed originates from nature, which is why it's always very temporary. And you see something that just don't make no sense. Right, they get everything from us. And then but what they do is they compete with us. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. And while they are beating the woman into a corner, they're just getting sicker and sicker. Right, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It is, hold on, I'll post it for you, sweetie. It is 50 Yule 2022. And keep in mind that the stream yards, it's like a minute delay. So yeah, that's the coupon code, hon. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. That magnification, they still get that from us. So why not give the woman the credit? And I believe that throughout history, women have more than shown our love for them because, to be honest with you, women have the power to destroy men. And we have put up with, like, women, we put up with a lot from men just because we don't want to be without them. We don't want to be, we like having men around. But the degradation that we have suffered for years and just the disrespect and women still are going through the struggle of earning less money than the man. Like, this is absolutely preposterous on so many levels, especially when numbers is just a number. So we'll do the same thing and and we, well, I ain't gonna say we because I don't play that crap. I think it's bull crap. And I'm not playing around with no man that's doing that. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I still got a whole bunch of it. I don't barely touch it though. Ooh, Lord, when I made that spider oil, it gave me the creeps. It did. It gave me the creeps. But yeah, I still have it. It's been sitting up there charging. It's been sitting in all charging for the longest. I ain't even took the top off of it in months. Ooh, Lord, you got to be very, very advanced to work with that spider oil. And that's literally when I think that spider oil can be very useful for it can be useful in reversals. Maybe you can use it in like a reversal oil. If you're making a reversal oil, you can add a little bit of that spider oil to it. And then also if you have to do a binding on somebody, you know what I'm saying? But if you use it, I would use it with discernment because um you don't want to just be randomly. But some people, I'm gonna tell you something, people that are on the attack and that are spiritually attacking you, you have to bind them, and those bindings do work. Like, just to give y'all the latest in picture, bindings only work on certain people. Like if you're binding an enemy, picture, doing a picture binding, that ain't gonna work. I've actually seen and heard about witches using concrete, actually mixing up concrete to bind people in it. Like, it's like there are some people that are just, yeah, yeah, yeah. You can use just about any material on this earth for witchcraft. Bleach, ammonia, pine sol, crackers, onions. Anything can be used to manifest magic. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, goodness gracious, it is a trip. No, Christian, you got a lot of old souls in your family, but I feel like people outside of your family, or either people that your families are dealing with. And that energy harvesting is big time. Either energy or soul harvesting. That's something that is happening a lot. I can't imagine what type of person would need to have your soul, but like I said, people have different ideas. And I think it's mainly people that may be afflicted with certain sicknesses. Okay, they may decide to energy or soul harvest off of somebody. And it's because they are confused about healing. Hmm. Yeah, I love working with onions. I like to cook with onions too. Yeah. Yeah, these days you got to keep your vigil candles going. But I think also, depending on who you are, I'd say that when you notice a problem and you've had to do things like countless times, like somebody trying to be in your energy, somebody trying to do certain things, I feel like if you've had to do it over and over again, just go ahead and jar it. Jar it. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. So, guys, if you want to get on my schedule for private readings this evening, I only have 2 hours left to be available for readings. If you guys want a private reading, you can visit the website. The link is below, and I can schedule you for this evening because I don't have anybody scheduled. Okay, so I'm free. I'm open for readings. So you guys can Do that if you want one tonight. If you want to wait until tomorrow, you can do that too because I do have a few openings tomorrow. But I constantly have current clients that I have to tend to, so I have to be very, very careful about time management. Yeah. Yeah, Jen, you should. You've never gotten one. You've never gotten one yet. It should be in the video description box, sweetie. Yeah, I did. I received it. Thank you. And guys, for money, you can send me to get on Lakshmi's altar so that she can clear because Lakshmi, one night I was sitting there and her statue started calling to me and she said basically what Lakshmi will do is she will clear you of any blockages and demons of poverty and low vibrating spirits. She's really, really good at that. And so if you want to get on her altar, you can send me donations to her in $25 increments. Okay. That's not on the website, which it used to be. I don't know how it ended up not on the website, but yeah. So here's my website though, Jen. Let me put in the HTTPS. And as far as like rituals and stuff, you can definitely purchase rituals. I may not be able to get through everybody's work this year, but at the first of the year, my prices are they're gonna go back to regular price. So okay. Yeah, that's my website, but the link is in the video description box. So she said, "You're welcome, Christian." All right, cool. Thank you, goddess. You're gonna get you wanted tonight. Oh shit, what happened? You wanted tonight? Yeah, she's definitely gonna send you some money because right when I said that, like I felt like I felt a little itchiness at the tip of my fingertips. I received it, Jen. Yes, when I get out of here, I'm almost done and I'll get you scheduled really quickly, okay? Because I have just been like the Energizer bunny today. I've just been up and about. Um, uh-oh, what's going on? Sorry about that, y'all. It's up to you. It's up to you if you want it tonight. Because I was saying before, I don't know what happened, but like I was saying before, um, hold on, y'all. I'm getting text messages. Give me a second. Like I was saying before, like the I've been like the Energizer Bunny all day, and it's because I have a home protection jar, I have a astral protection jar, and then I have a general. So I have like 3 or 4 different protection jars, and it's necessary. In particular, the astral protection jar. The internet, in my humble opinion, and I've been wanting to do more research on this, but the internet is actually connected to the astral. Like somehow either spirits can get in easier or something, you know what I'm saying? Or either like since our computers and our phones or they are ran by, crystal technology. This is the reason why when people are speaking things online, though, things that people are saying online are magnified like 20 times. It's like magnification. And so that's why, there's certain people that like, maybe if you speak to them behind the scenes, they won't have as much impact or I don't know. It's just something about that. So I like to protect myself from things that people may be saying. Also from people astral traveling in and out. I think that astral protection is really important. My classes are not going to be on sale until after the first of the year. Okay, but I do have an astral protection class where I speak to y'all about that. A lot of you guys can't afford for people to be traveling in and out of your spaces trying to take from you and do things to you. You can't afford that. You can't afford that. Okay. You just can't do it. You don't have it. Ain't just that, but whether or not you're young or old, no matter how old you are or where you're at in life, nobody should be doing that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that astral protection jar is good. I just need to get some tea lights. I'm gonna get some tea lights here tomorrow because these tea lights are not cheering or jeering me at all. No, Jen, you got the hour. You got the hour, girl. Or was you saying that? Yeah, you got the 1 hour. You're welcome, Christian. And so before I start wrapping this up, does anybody else have any questions? Jen, you were so silly. Yeah, my 1 hour readings with the special are only $50, and then my 30 minutes are 25 with the special. So yeah, when you put in the coupon code. Yeah, if you want to do Zoom, I'll send you a link. But I think the last time we tried to Zoom, you had some problems or something. Because when I do Zoom, you're not supposed to have to put in any kind of meeting ID. You're just supposed to be able to click the link and be in there. So I actually got kind of confused about that a couple of times. It's only happened a few times, but I noticed that a few people, I don't know if it's because you need to be logged in before you click the link, but most people, you silly. Most people are able to just click on the link and they're in there. So yes. And also, guys, the Yule Circle is open. If you guys want to get in that, you are more than welcome to get in my Yule Circle. To what does my Yule Circle do? Mainly, it's going to be protection. Believe it or not, every holiday, something or somebody negative is trying to throw curses at you. It's so weird. So it's mainly for protection, but then again, it's also for those good energies as far as like, I think what I'm gonna do with everybody in the circle is I'm gonna do a group home protection. You're welcome, Oopsie Doodles. I think that's what I'm gonna do because I want to get a lot of reviews from you guys on that. I'm gonna tell you something because it seemed like I was having to sage my house every other day. Stuff was coming in through me, but then it was coming in through the back door and the front door. Soon as I did that home protection, it was over. Okay. All right. So if nobody else has any questions, then I'm going to get out of here. Usually, when I'm getting ready to leave, then somebody comes in with a question. So, that's why I'm trying to give y'all the opportunity to get in here. Because I am definitely in the mood to do some reading. So maybe I'll save it for my private readings. Oh my goodness, this Christmas music is giving me life. I should link y'all. I'm going to link y'all this video. It's got like a bunch of Christmas music. I'm going to link it to y'all. It is giving me life. Hold on, I'm going to put it in the chat. Also, guys, you know what I wanted to tell y'all? That Christmas is related to the past life on some level. On some level, Christmas somehow connects you with the past life or with your past life. Okay. Which is why, you know, like things tend to come back and see. I have been since probably around Thanksgiving, like for some reason, spirit kept coming to me telling me all this different stuff. And they was like, you need to do this, you need to do that. That like it was a lot of spirits. Like, for example, if you all of a sudden start getting into crime documentaries and you're looking at these crime documentaries and you start to feel kind of funny and you're like, why do I feel like that? And especially if it's like something that happened a long time ago or maybe in the 70s or the 80s. some I believe that some of these spirits be stalking, or they could have some kind of connection with you. So just recently, I found out about another really short lifetime where I was a baby, but I was murdered as a baby. I'm not going to get into detail about it, but I was a baby. And I actually, it was some spirits that was coming in through that was messing with me, harassing me. It was very strange. And I banished the spirit, and I ain't sensed that spirit since then. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, Jen. Yeah, I'll text you as soon as I get off of here. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. Okay, nobody. I'd say that it's safe to say that nobody has any other questions. All right, I will see you guys at the next session. All right, and for those of you that purchase readings, thank you so much. I will be speaking to you soon. In fact, I'll be following up with you as soon as I get off of here. I'll be following up with everybody that purchased readings, okay? And if you purchase a reading tonight after, like, if it's obviously like 10:30 or something, then just expect for me to be in touch with you uh, to schedule you for tomorrow, okay? Because I do have a couple of openings tomorrow. All right. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Blessings. Thank you for all of the donations and stuff to the super chat. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.